Conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and the hail sale has been a huge success, but is winding down. We still though have several units with huge discounts. Plus, we have brand new Sierras, $14,000 off list, or starting at $37,105, or 0.9% APR on select new models. Yes, you heard right. $14,000 off or 0.9% APR on new Sierras starting at $37,105. So please check us out at cobblecars.com. All deals with roof credit. Stock number G289358.
Haymarket Park is buzzing with excitement this summer. Grab your crew and get in on the fun. Be sure to catch all the daily specials and promotions this season, like Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, Souvenir Saturday, Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts all summer long. Don't miss out on the action as the Lincoln Salt Dogs take on their biggest rivals and knock the ball out of the park. Visit saltdogs.com and see this week's promotions and grab your tickets.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
At Allo, we go beyond internet, bringing you faster speeds backed by an all-fiber network. We go beyond TV and phone service, delivering reliable, crystal clear connections. We go beyond customer service with local teammates and no robots for a hassle-free experience. We go beyond value, offering transparent prices with no contracts, hidden fees, or data caps. We even go beyond our office doors by working, hiring, volunteering, and living in the communities we serve. Go beyond fiber. Sign up today at allofiber.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
If you're working in your yard, remember never to place landscaping structures and fences too close to above-ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit les.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
RC's Boxing presents this Saturday at the Complex amateur fights with a little bare-knuckle bite. Some of Nebraska's best amateur boxing, along with a professional bare-knuckle bout between Jack Lawless Frericks and Jake Palmer, and a kickboxing bout between Demorio Dennis and Eric Murray Jr. Go get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream this event as well. Doors open at 6 p.m. and first bout is at 7 p.m. this Saturday at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson. Number 34 gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Yes. All right, welcome to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. We are live from Blur Tailgate here at the College World Series, and the game is just now finished. It was the rainout game from yesterday. It was UCLA versus who was that? LSU, and LSU came out on top on that one. They advanced to the semifinals bracket. And then we have a game coming up with Oregon State and Louisville. Rashawn, what you got on the ones and twos?
Well, I'm happy about that LSU. I was actually in the area when the clouds rolled in. They told me I better get out of here because I would have been the last one limping around. So I got out just in the nick of time before those clouds rolled in. And, when we were up 4-1. And so I was happy to see LSU come out on top against UCLA, like I said before. Even though it was a Big Ten team, I think LSU is my favorite to win this thing.
All right, we got a lot of good news today. We got some recruiting news that's going to shock the world. We got to talk about the no-hitter from yesterday, and also we got to talk about LSU advancing to the semifinals of the College World Series.
When we was watching that game yesterday and he was throwing, them 19 Ks, I was thinking to myself, have I ever witnessed that on a professional level or a pro level as far as watching the game of baseball? And I don't know if I have. I think that might be the first time that I ever watched someone be that great and be that close to throwing not only a no-hitter, but a perfect game.
Yeah, that was tremendous stuff. Haven't had a shutout or a scoreless inning since 1960. So look that up and check it out. 1960 was your last complete shutout game.
The last time somebody
Last no-hitter.
Yeah, 1950 and 1960 was the two years that it was done, which is unbelievable that hadn't been done in that long.
Shutouts happen because the best pitchers in the country end up in Omaha. Like that's tied together. But you're also with the best pitchers in the country who have been the most consistent over the course of the year, facing the best hitters in the country. And then doing it in critical mass and critical situations. His performance yesterday, 19 strikeouts, is so dominant in the fact that you did it under 120 pitches. Just remarkable. Because 19 strikeouts, I mean, you threw at least three pitches to all of those hitters.
Does that get him drafted first round, high pick?
He was already a first round pick.
I know, but does that catapult him into the top five?
It moves you up because your ability to produce in the most critical situations is another box to check. There are a lot of dudes with good stuff, but can you deliver in critical moments? Can you do it against the best opponents? Can you, against a lineup of 300 hitters, can you throw a dime like that? And it doesn't, because that's more closely related to Major League Baseball than the game that he pitched against Arkansas Little Rock. He had a whole lineup of 300 hitters who had played in critical situations. And then with the brightest lights and the biggest stage, he then said, I am so much better than one of the top 6 teams in the country. Y'all could have just called this one in. Let me go out here and throw a simulated game. I'm gonna be pretty close to what I had. Think about it. In 27 outs, only 8 were in play.
That's incredible.
Only 8 batters out of 29 got the ball in play. Like, that means you hit it fair to somebody. Now, in all those cases, they hit him directly to somebody. In 3 of those cases, you hit it 60 feet right back to the pitcher.
Yes.
So to be that dominant in that big a situation, if you're a major league scout, you're a major league skipper, a major league talent boss, when you see, okay, one of those intangible boxes is gumption. Moxie, can you show up in the biggest stage, get it done, and then finish strong? The thing about a no-hitter is your ability to finish in 86-degree heat. You lost no sauce. There was no lack of sauce in the ninth inning. Dude was still pumping 98, 99 in the ninth inning. So you move up in the scale because I guarantee you nobody else in the top 30 players being drafted threw a no-hitter in the College World Series. He's the only one that can say
and might be the only one that do it this year for sure.
Well, you just don't count on it.
Considering the odds.
You don't count on it. You don't count on it. The mission is to get 27 outs without giving up and give up as few runs as possible. It's not even a hit thing. It's can you get the next out? That's how simple pitching is.
Yeah.
Can I get the next out? So I'm not worried about Vershawn. Farley's at the plate. I need to get Farley out. I can't worry about that. I can't worry about you till I get Farley out.
What's a good pitch count for, let's just say, a pitcher that's winning and he pitches 7? What's a good pitch count? How many pitches?
Well, you're still in the 90 pitch, 95, 90, 98. There's an old baseball adage that nothing good happens to a pitcher after pitch 100. At pitch 99, most people still have the sauce. You know, it's like if you're making a batter, the batter's best early. Those last few chicken wings is going to have to fight for batter, right? Yeah. There's not a lot left. So then you're on gas and fumes. Full tank, that lawnmower sounds different. Your Lamborghini sounds different with a full tank. When the tank is empty, it's going to make some other noises, and you're not sure it can get from 0 to 80 in the normal speed. I would, for my high school pitchers, I was always around 90 pitches late in the season. Early in the season, 75. I wanted them to build up some tolerance over the course of the early games. And then later in the year, and then every now and then, a perfect weather day against the right opponent, if you need to go 110, I'd let them late in the year. District game, state game, regional game, let them do that if they got it rolling.
119, though?
119. Now see, here's the thing. I'm old enough that when in my college days, our starting pitchers went 140.
Okay. All right. Well,
okay. Right. But
Gotcha.
again, if you're a speed pitcher, if you're a power pitcher, that's why power pitchers end up in the bullpen, because it's easy to come out and throw 40 at 100 miles an hour. It's difficult to throw 90 pitches at 99 miles an hour. It doesn't happen. You have, there's a handful, J.R. Richard, Roger Clemens, Nolan Ryan. There's a handful of folks who had the legs. They had those skiers' legs, thighs, where you still had the drive. It wasn't so much arm, it was legs. It's your legs that fatigue. The arm is going to do it because the arm should be reacting to the rest of your body.
Yes.
It's your legs. So if you see a picture with a tank, that dude yesterday, he had the thighs.
He had them.
Like you had the
he
thighs.
Was built like a football player.
Well, that's the thing, is in pitching, there's long rangey, there's short stocky, and there's a prototype for all of it. We watched a guy yesterday who, quite frankly, was the Lawrence Phillip of body types. When you just go, yep, that's what that looks like. That looks.
You couldn't put it any better,
right?
I'm telling you couldn't put it any better.
It looks like the Lawrence Phillips, Mike Rozier dudes who just God said, y'all gonna be different.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gonna find them in the weight room racking it up. No. They won the genetic lottery. The Adam Carrickas of the world.
Yes.
Look, listen. You could pray and work out all you want. You're not gonna look like that. You're not gonna be built like that. That dude, the guy struck down with a lightning bolt and gave it to him, and it showed up on the perfect day in the perfect situation.
Yeah, he hooked him up big time on that one. Coastal Carolina is still sitting in the wings, still waiting for the winner of the elimination game.
No,
or the winner of the winner of this game.
Yeah, they're loaded in that. That they have today off. They get a winner which is fine. But they're the only 55-win team in the College World Series. Everybody else got to work today.
With a 25-game win streak to go with.
Right. Like, everybody, listen, getting hot at the end of the season matters. It matters. And there's nobody hotter in college baseball than Coastal Carolina. So,
okay, so let me ask a question. You got Oregon State, you got Louisville. Both teams have lost for them, right? Okay. Let's say Louisville wins, they play Coastal Carolina, they lose, they're out.
Right. Elimination game.
Arkansas somehow.
Well, Oregon State's going to play the winner of tonight's game.
Okay.
The two undefeated teams are sitting in a space, right? Win a bracket, win a bracket, win a bracket. Then two teams will get to Saturday's championship series, which will be the best 2 out of 3. So whoever gets through, whether it be Coastal Carolina side or the Arkansas side, right? Because Arkansas's got to face down and look at UCLA and Arkansas still in the thing. They're going to stare at each other at 6 o'clock. The winner has to go back and face LSU, and you go, we've seen you before.
Yeah.
We've seen you before. There's no fear at this point. Literally everybody's playing, one game, 27 outs. Nothing else matters.
When would he pitch again? Let's say Arkansas somehow, some way, they beat UCLA and they get to the next round.
I would hold him until Sunday because I've got another ace. I've got another 2 aces. So the top 3 Arkansas pitches, any of them in an elimination game and then Saturday game 1 of the championship, depending on what his normal day's rest is, 4 or 5 seems to be the number that people land on. So if you throw Tuesday, you can throw Sunday, but you can hold him until Monday if the and-if game. But you only hold him until –
Do you?
Here's my thing. Arkansas has 3 studs. They have 3 studs. They have a great bullpen that they can go to. Same for Coastal Carolina. Like, they have guys. Their top 3 guys are all winning pitchers. That's how you get here. Look, you got 4 dudes. If you won 25 in a row, you got 4 dudes who went out there 6 times and got it done.
Yeah.
At least 6 times. Sometimes 7. Right? But imagine Farley you play in the Orange Bowl for the semifinals. Farley makes 18 tackles. You get to the championship game, Farley on a roll, makes 15 tackles. Do you pull him? No.
Can't.
Farley ain't going to let you. Farley's like, I got this thing working. Let me cook.
Let me finish.
Let me cook. And there's no hotter pitcher than a guy who has it rolling.
I mean, I understand that part, but the part I'm thinking about, you're playing a LSU team that's bats have been woken up since the tourney has been started. Just scored 9 runs against a UCLA team. Scored a lot of runs in the previous game they scored. The thing with that, can Arkansas score the points that LSU can score? And we didn't see that yesterday.
Well, they already beat them.
Yeah.
So Arkansas sent LSU to the losers bracket.
Yeah.
Right? LSU sent Arkansas to the losers bracket. Arkansas is still the highest rated seed in the tournament.
Absolutely.
At number 3, they're the most talented team. They're the deepest team. They've faced down LSU several times throughout the course of the year. They're not afraid. There's no fear. But you still got to go and win games. LSU, if you said to me the easiest thing to do is to win 1 game, that's it.
That's it.
You can't, at this point, 2 teams have been sent packing. You can't pay attention to anything but 27 outs. Whoever you got next, that's everything. I'll deal with the rest of it later on. But the 27 outs is vital.
Yeah, I mean, when you really look at it, Coastal Carolina, LSU, really in the driver's seat. They really control their own destiny. I mean, they got to lose twice in order not to make it. So to get them out of the way, dispatch them game 1, I think will be easier on both teams going down the stretch.
We would always say in double elimination tournaments that you have to play in the simplest way that you can play. Don't make it complicated. Like I'm not going to ask Farley to all of a sudden throw 90 if that's not what he do. I'm not going to ask Farley to hit home runs if that's not what he does. So focus. Get your focus. The way the bracket sets up now, with the winner of Oregon State and Louisville taking on Coastal Carolina.
Yes.
Then if there's a necessary game, because those two teams will play, if Coastal Carolina wins, they're
out of there.
well, if Coastal Carolina wins, they go to the championship series. On the other bracket, so there's a bracket 1 and a bracket 2. In bracket 2, LSU is sitting fat and happy.
Yes.
They can get an extra day if they need it for players. They also have the advantage of having 0 losses. Arkansas has to win through. They have to win through. So you're going to have to beat LSU twice to get to the winner of bracket 1. And you can get caught up in the mind game.
Wait a minute. So then let's say Coastal Carolina, they do what they have to do, and they get into bracket 1 on the top.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If Arkansas finds a way to beat LSU twice and make it to that game,
it's 0-0.
Okay, 0-0. That's my question.
It's the best 2 out of 3.
Got you.
Best 2 out of 3. We are guaranteed that there will be championship games on Saturday and Sunday.
Got you.
And then if they split those, then there's one game for it all. And to me, that's the College World Series. Game 1 is the College World Series, and if there's a game 3. Because if there's a game 3, that's when coaches get fancy and you have to think outside the box because you can't afford to let your starting pitcher get you in a hole. You can pick a matchup and go, you know what? I got 2 runners on base, and I got a left-hander facing a left-hander, but I got a right-hander who eats left-handers up. I may have to burn him to get this 2 RBI singles.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take the chance.
Now's the time to throw everything in the kitchen sink out.
Yeah, it is a whole different deal. I really do. I'm a fan of bracket play and series play because the game shows up. If you have a hole in your game, College World Series is where it shows up. And bravo, first of all, bravo for teams that got here. Man, like UCLA's been through it to get here. Arkansas been through it to get here. LSU been through it to get here. I love the fact that we still don't know who's going to win this thing.
Yeah, that's a $50,000 question, Terrell. Who you like?
I'm going with Coastal Carolina. DP, question now. How difficult is it for UCLA, who games got canceled last night, had to play today, probably going to be on a 5-hour rest period, and then have to come right back out here and play again today?
In order for them to get to Division I baseball, they've done this in travel ball. They've done this in high school. They've done this in all-star tournaments. They've played in 20 summer tournaments the year before they got to college, where they would go travel somewhere with a group of guys. You would win a game or play a game at 10 a.m., be done at 12 noon or 12:30, have to sit around until 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock to go at it again. You learn how to handle your body. Of course, Power 4 programs know how to do this. Division I programs know how to do this. You have nutritionists. You have trainers who will teach you. I guarantee you that there's some IVs going on. I guarantee you high-level nutrition specific to your body type. So you and Vershawn would have different meals prepared for you, snacks or meals, depending on, hey, are you my starting pitcher? Are you my closer? Are you my 3-hitter? Or are you a guy that I may need to use but not sure? All of that is in play. Massages, they're getting suction treatment. They're getting all the different.
All the goodies.
Right? All the goodies are in play. You brought everybody. You brought everything to the dance. You have the full Batman utility belt of everything a player could need to get it together. And then the conversation between the coach and the players. How do you feel? And usually at this level, it starts with tell me the truth. Like, put your ego down. Don't say it's College World Series, coach. I want to play. Tell me the truth. Farley, how you feeling? Everything okay? Where's your head? You hitting in a good place? You're looking at a guy who may have went 0 for 5. Look at film. Like, they're looking at film. Go look at the starter, and then go look at the number 2 starter. Because that guy you may face, you have to have a plan for whoever's starting this next game at 6 o'clock. You have to have a plan for who will be first out of the bullpen. You have to have a plan for the closer, because you know what? In a close game in the World Series, you're gonna face him. And then
do they predetermine that? Is that predetermined where
you know who
I
the
could
starter
scout you if you said, okay, I'm starting Terrell? Would I know 24 hours in advance?
Before they got here, they had film on every pitcher on every staff.
So it doesn't matter.
You have film, you have analytics on every pitcher, every hitter. They know what the 3-hitter for UCLA. They know what pitches he hit for 300 average, which ones he struggled with. They know what got him out on 0-2 pitches. They know what balls he hit for bombs. They know all of this stuff now, and this is when it's been communicated in this five-hour window.
Yes, sir. Listen, we are live at Blur Tailgate at the Hilton. 10 to 6 will be here. Doors open at 10:30. Go to midnight all the way through June 21st, corner of 12th and Cass. Can't miss the big white tent for the Blur parties on the south side of Cass Street. This is the 13th annual tailgate with all-inclusive bar and buffet, 18 TVs. I'm going to get me something to eat as soon as we go on break. Multiple seating options, including a hammock, jump in the ice tube, play foosball. Terrell, you want to play foosball?
Sure.
You want to avenge your loss from last year?
That's okay. That was last year.
Oh, okay.
New year.
Here we go. Come on down here. Hang out with us. We'll be right back. 93.7 The Ticket, Captain Show.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Haymarket Park is buzzing with excitement this summer. Grab your crew and get in on the fun. Be sure to catch all the daily specials and promotions this season, like Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, Souvenir Saturday, Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts all summer long. Don't miss out on the action as the Lincoln Salt Dogs take on their biggest rivals and knock the ball out of the park. Visit saltdogs.com and see this week's promotions and grab your tickets.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and the hail sale has been a huge success, but is winding down. We still though have several units with huge discounts. Plus, we have brand new Sierras, $14,000 off list, or starting at $37,105, or 0.9% APR on select new models. Yes, you heard right. $14,000 off or 0.9% APR on new Sierras starting at $37,105. So please check us out at cobblecars.com. All deals with roof credit, stock number G289358.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: showers and thunderstorms likely throughout the day. See in the afternoon high around 82. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms continuing with the low around 64. Tomorrow, a slight chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, decreasing clouds with a light breeze and a high near 79. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
RC's Boxing presents this Saturday at the Complex amateur fights with a little bare knuckle bite. Some of Nebraska's best amateur boxing, along with a professional bare knuckle bout between Jack Lawless Frericks and Jake Palmer, and a kickboxing bout between Demorio Dennis and Eric Murray Jr. Go get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream this event as well. Doors open at 6 p.m. and first bout is at 7 p.m. this Saturday at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
Early break
is
So
good.
you're getting coffeed up at the mill?
Yeah, so I walk over to people.
Would you be willing to come on every day? Is there something that you'd be able to do?
You know, actually, I got a lot of things to say. You know, so
if you please every Friday, at least before a game, Coach, we'd love to have you. It'd be a riot.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the Captain here on 93.7 The Ticket. Jake Bachman back in studio. They're live from Blur Tailgate at the Hilton in Omaha. I'll go ahead and send it back out to the guys. Vershawn, Terrell, and DP sitting again at Blur Tailgate to talk some College World Series.
All right, welcome back. The Ticket. We are live at Blur Tailgate's party here. Now, we had an interesting thing that happened this morning on my way up here from Lincoln. Millard South quarterback flips from Iowa State to Alabama. Now, in case y'all didn't know, Jet Tamale is a 4-star quarterback who flipped from Iowa State to Alabama. And I can see why. I mean, you're going to a good program. You're going to a top SEC school. Is it the same Alabama that we've seen in the last couple of years? I don't know for sure, but to get an offer from Alabama, it's like me getting an offer from Nebraska back in 1995. You can't turn that down. And when I say that, you know, even if he doesn't play there, he still has that on his resume. And for a kid like that, it kind of, I don't say it bothers me, but because me being used to watching Alabama football and to see what type of quarterbacks they had over the past 10 years, when you talk about the Tuas, when you talk about the Jalen Hurts, when you talk about the Jalen Milroy, and those are different guys from this kid, Jet Tamale, because he's a straight drop back passer, a 6'5" guy, probably in the 200-pound range that really flipped this thing. Now, VJ, he's an Omaha kid, and a lot of people talk about this because Nebraska didn't offer this kid. Now you got Alabama in the picture.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily if that's an Alabama of 95. I kind of might have put them in the middle of the road SEC now. But I think the fact that they went out and offered him a scholarship, knowing that you only got 105 spots that you can work with now. So they can't go out and say, oh, we want to go get Jet. We want to go get Jet because he can sit on the bench. They're going to get him because I think they think he can help him, not because he can ride the bench and maybe become something. But they're offering him a full ride scholarship. I would imagine that's got to be. It's just eye-opening to me that we didn't even sniff. We didn't even sniff the guy.
Two questions.
It was just eye-opening. That's all.
Two questions for you.
It's tough.
How many Omaha quarterbacks have played for Alabama?
None.
0.
I don't know the answer, so I'm literally going to ask the answer. I'm going to ask the question.
0 that I know
If
of.
you're having the conversation, ask the question. What does it mean for Omaha football, Omaha quarterbacks to have Alabama? And let me clarify something for you and make it simple. It's still Alabama.
It is still.
It's still Alabama.
It's still Alabama.
Not
Nick Saban, Alabama.
No, but it's still Alabama.
That's a different Alabama.
It's Alabama.
Different.
And if Alabama called anybody on the Nebraska roster right now, it is a conversation.
Do you think that if Nebraska had offered Jet and Alabama came, do you think he'd say, okay, I got to go to Alabama?
I don't know what that means, because one, the eras are different, the timetable is different environment, different cultural goings on, different social values in place. But I would. I mean, it's the thing. If Nick Saban's Alabama, and quite frankly, it's still Nick Saban's Alabama, because the national title goes through Alabama, Georgia, right? Like that's fair that you have to target, somehow measure yourself by how you stand with those teams, right? Anytime in the recruiting space, you can take every Division I football program and put a gold ticket, Willy Wonka gold ticket to play football at that school in the envelope, but you can only turn it into one school. On the outside is the name of the school. How many players, what percentage of players in the country immediately grab Alabama?
It's a small percentage.
It's a huge number.
I'm saying, you saying grab Alabama.
If everybody, you can go anywhere you want to go.
But they only select a few people, though.
But they chose you. They gave you one of the 105 tickets.
I think this is huge.
Farley.
Huh?
Every school in the country offers you. They got you can pick any logo on the table. Alabama's no deeper than number 5.
Oh, they're in the top 3.
Right. Like it's a thing.
Why?
I mean, they're top 5.
Either one of you guys, why would they? Yeah, okay, change that.
They're top 5.
You telling me that Alabama right now in this football age is top 3? When you put them on the table.
Georgia.
Okay.
Alabama.
No.
Alabama.
You missing Ohio State?
No, I'm going there because Ohio State. I'm not sure Michigan because people that have question marks. Oregon because of money. Money. There's a lot of money coming out of Nikeville, right?
Yes.
So that's part of it. And then Texas.
Who haven't won anything.
It's Texas, but it doesn't
matter.
For the experience, the culture, and the fact that you're going to be developed, there is a ton of Texas NFL guys. You can look at the number. If you said, ask me who the top 5 producers of NFL talent is, right? We saw a graphic earlier. Those 5 schools are in the top 10, and they've always been in the top 10. They're going to stay in the top 10. Long as we playing football. Nebraska was in the top 10. They're not in the top 10 anymore. That's the discussion, right? I have talent. I'm going to trust you with my talent. And my talent, if I think I can play at Alabama or Georgia or any of those schools, I think I'm a Sunday dude.
I agree with that, but here's what I'm saying. If you put if all 3 of us are getting ready to be recruited, and they threw 7 hats on the table, I don't know how many times we'll pick Alabama. I know I wouldn't. There's 4 or 5 other schools that I picked before Alabama. Texas definitely being one. Ohio State, I think, definitely being a close 2. Say what you want. I hate Georgia, but I would put Georgia in the conversation. You're forgetting about Notre Dame. We're talking about Penn State.
Right.
There's so many other teams that I feel like in this climate is better than Alabama, that I think it's great for him because he didn't have a Nebraska offer. That Alabama, now it's huge.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I think the Alabama commit, it makes sense because if you look at everybody else's roster around the country, you have the Manning at Texas. Don't know his situation about coming out. You have the Stockton kid at Georgia. He's just a sophomore. So then you go to Nebraska, Riola. You have to think about him staying another year. Iowa State didn't have a quarterback of the future, not yet. Alabama, they have so many quarterbacks in the stable, but you never know when they leave. Now, when you say Ohio State, they keep 5-star quarterbacks. Alabama does too, but to get that opportunity for this kid, it's a once in a lifetime. You don't turn down Alabama unless you are a 5-star kid,
or unless Nebraska, the hometown state, has been coddling you and courting you, and they feel like they want you. But if you already committed to Iowa State, Alabama, it makes no sense.
Oh no, this is the difference.
Compare.
This is the difference between any actress in what's the Sing movie? where they like they're in a choir and Anna Kendrick. And then Scarlett Johansson sends you a letter. And you go, excuse me. I gotta go. It's Iowa State. We're not talking about, it's not even the best state school. It's not even it's not. Yeah, it is the best state it's not school. Penn State. It's the best. It's not Louisiana State. It's not even Mississippi State. It's just state. It's just.
I'm thinking you're talking about in Iowa. But you're right.
No,
it might not be the best state school.
Look, I'm not sure that he doesn't. I'll let Iowa and Iowa State battle amongst themselves, but I find great intrigue in the fact that at some point somebody admitted that they didn't get it right. They didn't get it right. That part gives me more hope in Alabama, that Alabama said, you know what, we were wrong. We were wrong.
They were wrong. There's a whole, if Alabama's admitting to be wrong, there's more schools that got to admit to be wrong.
Oh, everybody is not in the admitting or correction business.
I'm just saying.
We know we know that we can talk about current situation. I just tell you, listen, man, miss me with getting it right all the time because folks don't. What you want,
but he's not done. He's not done. He's got a whole nother. He's got a year.
He took the offer, and then he made a verbal commit. Did he sign?
Done. He's done.
Did he sign?
Yeah, to Alabama?
Right.
He's done.
Right. Because if they announced it,
he's done.
He signed something. He signed an agreement. Yeah. Now, we know in this day and age,
he signed
that is a point of that's relative.
He signed an agreement.
That is relevant. Yeah, like we have to hit air quotes. We have to throw air quotes to all of this. But I'm not sure. Think about it. Well, Nebraska fans understand because you had a quarterback that committed to Ohio State after a deep recruitment. Ohio State, then Georgia, and then said, my bad, Nebraska is where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
We're all fine with it. Nebraska said, listen, whatever we didn't offer the first time, let's offer that.
After we had Dan Kalen decommit from Missouri.
Again, Anna Kendrick versus Scarlett Johansson. Listen, Kalen, we love you, bro. We love you. Love you.
But here's the deal. Sometimes in that situation, he probably should have stuck with Missouri.
Well, I mean, that 2020, that hindsight is real. It is real. I can tell you. In my head, being a multiple sport athlete at Howard University would have had certain perks and benefits that I conceded to play Division I baseball. Right or wrong, no regret. Don't go through it that way. You choose what you choose. But I also didn't have the options that I thought I deserved, nor the options that I got later on. Because there were people who saw me after my freshman year and was like, "Oh, we made a mistake. You need to come here." Nope, I'm cool. I remember when you wanted to date me and didn't want to date me. Right. I'm really good about that. This is getting it right, admitting that, you know what, maybe we missed your IQ. Maybe we missed your football moxie. Maybe we missed your work ethic. Maybe we missed something. Maybe we missed your heart. It happens in recruiting that you don't identify the thing that will carry somebody from being. Remember, Tom Brady wasn't even the top recruited quarterback at Michigan. That was Drew Henson. Henson had the star factor, except Tom Brady had everything else.
Yeah. Here's my question for you. If Alabama has another 9-3 season, do you stay committed there or do you flip back? I don't think you can flip back at Iowa State.
No.
Because, I don't think if Kalen Boyd takes another 9-3 season, he's going to be on the hot seat. Because now you're putting up.
So?
Now you're
putting up a 10-year contract.
Putting up Schuler numbers. That when he was the coach, that 9-3 is unacceptable at Alabama. 2 years in a row. I guarantee you the state of Alabama will be on fire before they keep a coach who goes 10-9-3 every year.
I mean,
not after what
they
just went through.
I think he's got a couple of years of wiggle room, Terrell. If he, as long as he shows improvement, I think he's got wiggle room because they know he had to fill the shoes of a legend. That's how I feel.
I just don't think there's too much wiggle room in football. Not at this moment right here.
Look how much wiggle room we've given.
I mean, that's the point. This is a whole different conversation.
I have to have a different conversation because I'm going to say I've gotten really professional about not saying we.
Yeah.
Not saying we because that's ownership. And ownership is understanding and having a voice.
Nebraska.
That part.
How about that?
That part. That Nebraska has some things that it has to work out. And it's making every effort according to every statement and every action that we've seen. Now, does it mean you get it right? No. Because you ask the average person on the text line, they can name 3 players from the state of Nebraska that they wished Nebraska recruited in full.
I'd agree. Well,
and it wouldn't be the same 3.
No. I mean, look at TCU's quarterback a couple years ago. Yeah, they're just right here in Council Bluffs. I mean, we're almost practically in Council Bluffs right now.
VJ, as my grandfather, my late great grandfather used to say, son, you cannot control who other folks love. Let them date. Let them date.
I'd agree with that 100%. I'd agree with that 100%. We are at Blur, you guys. Get down here. Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket.
RC's Boxing presents this Saturday at the Complex amateur fights with a little bare knuckle bite. Some of Nebraska's best amateur boxing, along with a professional bare knuckle bout between Jack Lawless Frericks and Jake Palmer, and a kickboxing bout between Demorio Dennis and Eric Murray Jr. Go get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream this event as well. Doors open at 6 p.m. and first bout is at 7 p.m. this Saturday at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: showers and thunderstorms likely throughout the day. See in the afternoon high around 82. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms continuing with a low around 64. Tomorrow, a slight chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, decreasing clouds with a light breeze and a high near 79. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Early break.
So you're getting coffeed up at the mill?
Yeah, so I walk over to people.
Would you be willing to come on every day? Is there something that you'd be able to do?
You know, actually, I got a lot of things to say.
If you please every Friday, at least before a game, Coach, we'd love to have you. It'd be a riot.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends August 31st or while supplies last. Acres, your John Deere dealer.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball. Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Jake Bachman in studio once again, and as we await the guys as they get ready here from the Blurt Tailgate at Hilton, Omaha. Remember, they're out there from 10 to 6 p.m., and it is a good time to be out there. 3 games because of the rain delay earlier today. We already saw LSU be able to move on from that earlier, but it's at the corner of 12th and Cass Street. You can't miss the big white tent for Blur parties on the south side of Cass Street. All-inclusive bar and buffet, 18 TVs showing live baseball games, multiple seating options, including a hammock. Buy tickets at the door, or more preferably, please purchase at www.blurevents.com. As we again wait for hear from the guys out there. Packages open through June 21st, so look for that. I'll go ahead and send it back out to Terrell Farley, Rashawn Jackson, and DP at Blur Tailgate.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show. We are live at the Blur Tailgate. Now, let's finish this story we're talking about with the kid going to Alabama. Cubster says Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas all have one thing in common. They have won consistently in the last decade, and these are the top teams these youngsters have been watching every week in primetime football.
I like I said, I still say that Alabama is, even though that's a big one, that's a big get. I'm not going.
What's the phrase? There's several analogies to it, but it's often used in movies. Silence of the Lambs, where he says, "What do you want? What do you? We covet what we see." And if you see the same 8 football programs on your television every Saturday, and on ESPN Sports Center, and in the branding on Nike commercials, in Reebok commercials, in Under Armour commercials, that becomes appealing to you. That's the thing that you're drawn to because you're familiar with it and you see it in high places.
But when you say familiar with it, look at the Alabama past couple of quarterbacks. They have to change their whole offense. Not their whole offense, but there's no more bootlegs like they used to do with Milroe taking off running. Now you have a drop back passer. Alabama line hasn't been the best the last couple of years. You got destroyed by a 8-4 Michigan team, and you could even produce points. Now is this the same,
Mr. Farley?
Yeah,
Mr. Farley. Let me ask you a question. How many heat-seeking missiles on special teams running in the running game and the passing game did Nebraska have at outside linebacker before Terrell Farley showed up? Right? Yeah. And then how many have they had since then, Terrell Farley? How many have they had since then?
Probably 3.
In 30 years. They've had 3 dudes who kind of did what you did. Who kind of did what you did. How many 3-position, tailback, fullback, tight end guys have been at Nebraska since Rashawn Jackson? You understand how many times did you have a Clinton Childs chilling?
See, but you gotta, but what we gotta understand is those players that we're talking about, they ain't born, they're made. They're tried through fire. No, I want that. Yeah, they're tried through the fire, to me, of being on scout teams and not going anywhere.
Are willing to,
not transferring,
are willing to,
or being willing. Let me ask you guys a question. Over the last 10 years, did Nebraska football win more games than my career or lose? So over the last 10 years, did Nebraska football win more games than my 5-year career or lose more games?
You're just being mean. You're
I'm
piling
not,
on.
I'm not.
Why are you hitting him with the people's elbow, man? Why are you hitting him with the Dusty Rose bionic elbow?
Oh, you know I love the Dusty Rose. The Dusty Rose elbow.
When you talk about Alabama football, though, that state is more crazier than Nebraska when it comes to football. I mean
they do have Auburn.
Yeah, I mean Auburn.
They do have another school,
a little brother,
right down
a little brother.
No, the little brother had the best collegiate quarterback since Tommy Frazier. I just want to point out that undefeated team, when they stomped a mud hole in everybody and play ball for 4 years. Remember, they may have had the greatest running back in all of college football history at the little brother. That dude named Bo, dude named Bo wouldn't go to Alabama. So Creighton don't get down like that in football. Nebraska doesn't have a competitor. They don't have a little brother in football.
No.
They don't. They're They're the show. They're an only child. They're the only child. They're the petulant. They're the petulant, spoiled only child. That's Nebraska football.
So yeah, I'm dropping a Dusty Rowe elbow just because I want us to realize something. It's been 10 years, and how many wins we have? I'll give it to you. 54 wins in 10 years. You can say what you want.
Basic.
And when we're talking 70+ losses.
Basic.
That's not even getting close to getting it done. And I'm not taking a shot at our regime now. Because this has been the way for the last 10 years, 15 years.
I mean, Alabama been through that same story.
Hold on a second. When you let
they
guys
never
like
average 5 years,
go,
5 wins a year.
Who, Alabama?
Yeah.
Never.
Never. Sylvester Crumb. Who else? Schuler. They had a down spout for probably 8 years?
Didn't Sylvester win? Didn't he and Jeff Blake? Didn't they? Oklahoma. They had runs of bad back-to-back years.
Yeah.
But never a 10-year run where they averaged 5
a 10-year run.
Right.
No, and that's the only thing I'm saying is, to me, I've seen guys right in our backyard, Harrison Phillips, all these guys that come from Omaha. I get it, Nebraska. How about I say that?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't court them, or we wait until the last minute to come to the dance, and she's already taken, and they don't want to come down.
Got to the bar late.
Come on, man. We got to do better than that.
Got to the bar late.
We can't let the guys that'll stick around for 2 years and that'll play scout team just to play here at Nebraska go to Alabama where they're going to stick around for 2 years or 3 years just to play anyway.
And just get a break.
Blur Tailgate, Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
RC's Boxing presents this Saturday at the Complex amateur fights with a little bare knuckle bite. Some of Nebraska's best amateur boxing, along with a professional bare knuckle bout between Jack Lawless Frericks and Jake Palmer, and a kickboxing bout between Demorio Dennis and Eric Murray Jr. Go get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream this event as well. Doors open at 6 p.m. and first bout is at 7 p.m. this Saturday at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Husker fans, the 2025 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and we need your support in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $185. This plan includes tickets to Michigan or USC, plus Akron or Houston Christian, and either Michigan State, Northwestern, or Iowa. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends August 31st or while supplies last. Acres, your John Deere dealer.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Early break. We're getting after it.
So you're getting coffeed up at the mill?
Yeah, so I walk over to people.
Would you be willing to come on every day? Is there something that you'd be able to do?
You know, actually, I got a lot of things to say. You know,
if you please every Friday, at least before a game, Coach, we'd love to have you. It'd be a riot.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
and Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, Terrell. All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, the Captain Show, the fastest 2 hours in radio, live from the Blur Tailgate Party. VJ, if I tell you Nebraska was taking away something that kids love for their jobs to do at Memorial Stadium, what was your job at Memorial Stadium?
When I was a kid?
Yeah.
I was I served lemonade.
All right.
I worked for Johnny Rogers, slinging lemonade to the people, and that was my job. I tried to get as many racks in as I can if I got done early.
Did you do it like Eddie Murphy impersonating Elvis?
Oh, I had a good time.
Lemonade.
No, I didn't do
that
that
cool,
bad.
refreshing drink.
All right, DJ. So what if I told you that Nebraska is ripping away the kids in the concession stand sales at the university? Today it comes to an end.
I feel for them because let me tell you, let me just full disclosure, DP Terrell. Johnny, I apologize, but I would sell the lemonade. I would sell about 10 racks of lemonade in the either right before the game, first quarter of the game, and then I would sit down in the second half and watch the rest of the game. That was a part of me that I've done the whole time. That I fell in love with Nebraska football when I was 14, 15 doing that. I don't know. I can't tell you how I would feel. I think it's not right because that's giving them something to do in the summer. It's not in the summer, but it's giving them something to do during football games where they can either be inspired by these football players or you never know who they're going to run into, not to mention the fact that they're making money. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, Terrell.
They call them hawkers. Now, they walk up. Now, Memorial Stadium is taking away tradition with the kids selling food at Memorial Stadium. I think it's because of the alcohol sale, which you still could go around that with just having kids sell food only. You know, I mean, this is not a dire situation where you take the kids that have been doing this for over 30-some years.
So is this an adult thing is what you're telling me?
Well,
now?
you have to be 18 and over now.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you just serving alcohol.
Well,
alcohol.
I'm talking about food, though.
You can't have everything.
Alcohol.
You cannot have everything. This is this part that people forget about what they want is that there is cause and effect. And if you want beer in the stadium, then guess what? You can't have young people running around selling items, right? Because what happens? There's a high school kid and some big money folks hands $100 bills. Hey man, go give me a couple of beers. Like I want to stay in my seat. If you're a high school kid, you don't have money, and somebody offered you a hundo to make a run around the corner to get 2 beers, you're gonna do it.
You're gonna figure it out.
So you have to be
Now
the grown up in a.
You're taking me back to my bat boy days.
I understand. This is why I said it.
You was doing that,
This
Terrell.
is why I said it. This is why I said it.
Dang.
That we would have that. So we were the AAA we were the field crew for the AAA Braves, for AAA Richmond Braves. And this was in a time when they had some dudes down in minor league. Well, if Dale Murphy offers you a 10 spot to go get a couple of hot dogs, so because he's done for the day, Mr. Murphy, I'm gonna go get your hot dog, sir. All right. Hey, Brett Butler sees Dale Murphy getting a couple of hot dogs. Hey, Brett, hey, throw another 20 in there. Hey, young fella. Hey, man, I'm a poor college student. You just gave me $30 to run up right around the corner and get some hot dogs. Okay, here comes Steve Bedrosian. Yo, out to the bullpen. That's what happens. This is just what we're talking about. So, what did you want? Nobody asked the question. If you want beer in the stadium, what are you willing to give up?
Yeah,
you giving up.
This
you're
is what
sacrificing the kids.
This is what
the
you're giving up.
Jobs.
This is what you're giving up, and it's not right or wrong. It just is.
Yes, they can find another job.
It just is. From the text line, I asked what the Jello shot challenge count is. Okay, so I've got it. I've got the count as of 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, we'll start at the bottom because some folks need to reconsider. Like Oregon State and Louisville and Arizona are all under 2,000 Jell-O shots sold. Arizona, Louisville, Oregon State, all under 2,000. In the good space, Coastal Carolina has 4,600. That's not a terrible number, but it's not a great number for a team that's looking like it's going to be here for a while and it could win the title. Arkansas, 6,800. Murray State, 7,400.
Oh, boy. And they've been out.
Murray State, 74-21. In the lead, and I mean with long legs, taking long strides. Long strides. And they here all day today. LSU leads it with 18,000 Jell-O shots. At $5 a pop, that's a $90,000 donation for Rocco's Jell-O Shot Challenge. They lead it. I mean, they have doubled, almost tripled everybody else. Murray State is second with 7,400. So they have they have a 10,000 Jell-O shot lead going into 1 o'clock on Tuesday.
Well, and they'll be around at least 3 more days, right?
They ain't going nowhere. Look, they're going to be, according to Blur, Saturday is going to be an LSU party because they bought. I mean, they anybody that bought tickets and got in, but LSU said we want all of what's left.
You know what the record is?
Whatever number of tickets you have left on Saturday, they belong to us now.
Wow. You know how many the record is?
No.
68,000.
That's a number.
888.
It's a long week, bro.
This
is Tuesday daytime.
The second largest is 38,000.
Oh, they're going to get second. They're going to get the second. They're going to beat 38,000.
LSU set this record back in 2023.
If you think LSU is going to play itself through and win some more ball games and not beat the record, you don't know them Go Tigers. Them Go Tigers is
And that's what they say, Go Tigers.
Them Go Tigers with a Z. Go with an X and Tigers with a Z.
Did you get a chance to speak with the pitcher from yesterday? For
Coach,
LSU?
Coach Coogan.
Yeah.
Coach Coogan, you missed out, bro. Coach Coogan.
I know, but
he sat down with Strick and Austin and Jay, and then we chopped it up for a bit, and then we know some of the same players. Matter of fact, he and Strick kind of played in the same window.
Yeah.
But he and I know some of the same coaches. Of course, he knows Coach Joseph as well, Vicky Joseph. But he went in, so he's an apparel rep now, and so he went in the car. He went in the car in the parking lot and got some LSU T-shirts.
Yeah, he owed me for that. If you listen, I'll see him on Saturday.
He'll be around.
They wanted a bobblehead, so his son wanted a VJ bobblehead.
That's what
so I had to hook him up with a VJ bobblehead.
No, it was good. They came in, him and his wife and his family. They sat right in front of us. They had been here. They were playing darts, and they sat here for the next hour or so. High-fived and fist bumped all the way. And then we of course, offered him the opportunity to come back and talk to us at any point over the course of the next few days. But, yeah, they're going to be around. LSU started the day with a party, 9-5 win over UCLA, and we expect the Tigers to be around.
Louisville and the All Blacks getting on the scoreboard 1-0. I think runners on first and second with 1 out. Wow.
Well, look, the Cardiac Cards they've played well. Their thing is pitching. They're going to score runs for you. Can they deliver the pitching that's required? And again, it is a grown man move for them skipper to say at 80 plus degrees we're going all black. Head to toe. He said, look, no excuse. If you remove excuses, it's amazing what you can do as a baseball team. They lead 1-0 in the bottom.
Now, you think you can get your hands on one of those all black uniforms?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I would sport one of those. Like that uniform that he got on, I would sport that.
The All Blacks are really nice.
That's nice.
If you want to start an argument with folks when it comes to baseball and baseball uniforms, talk about one-color uniforms. People lose their minds because they said, that's a softball uniform. That is not a baseball uniform. That is a text line. Let me know. Where do you stand on single-color, non-white uniform? Now, look,
I like it.
Home white on whites, people have done. But there are people who do, like UCLA rock the blue on blue. They rocked the UCLA sky blue on sky blue pants. Louisville has a red on red. Louisville has maybe the best assortment of uniforms. They've got the 3-stripe red, white, and black rainbow sort of joint that is really nice. I'm just mad that none of these teams went with the Omaha jerseys that we saw over in the Village.
Oh, no. They'd have to give up too much credit for that.
The Omahogs?
Yeah, they'd have to
the
give up
Omahogs jersey is fire. The Omahogs, come on.
I like the Omaha.
Yeah, it's the Oma Beeves.
So
the Oma Beeves.
The Oma tickets?
The
Oma tickets.
We need to come up with our mascot. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, what would it be?
We need to come up with a mascot. Apparently now it's a squirrel. We have
Where'd that come from? A ticket squirrel.
Oh, you don't know? We got a family.
The little black squirrel.
No, we have a family of squirrels.
That's DP best friend. If you see DP Facebook,
What?
he talks to him.
He out there feeding
he walks
them nuts.
around with him. What's his name again?
Chubbs.
Him and Chubbs had the best time on Sunday, Saturday, whatever day. DP out there. You should
He
look
only
at
come
it.
out on the weekend?
No, he comes out every day.
He's
But
out every day. He's
Him
in
and
out front of the studio.
him and DP take walks together. Like I think he followed DP to his house down there.
DP, I think DP brought him from his house.
He feeds
No,
him. He drops some sunflower seeds, because I could tell. Probably had him in the office too, because I done found quite a few sunflower seeds in his office. So, in the trash can. I'm like, what's up with DP and these sunflower seeds?
He giving them up, man.
The Oma Chubbs. I love the Oma Chubbs. That is spectacular.
93.7 the ticket Bulldogs.
It could be. We should have a contest.
Yeah.
No,
I
too
mean,
close to Georgia.
What we gonna call it? Okay.
If
The
so,
Oma Dogs.
what do you think? If so, imagine Nebraska football, red top, red pants,
Yeah,
black top, black pants.
yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I like their color.
You know
I
how
like what they
fast-
got on.
You know how fast we got shot down for that back in the
Oh,
day.
man.
Hey, coach, we want to change. No, not even conversation.
I think it was one time that I can remember that we wore either all red or all white. It was one game. And I don't know if it was that game, Central Florida. It was one of them crazy games where we didn't play that well and we had them all red uniforms on or what, all solid colors. We never did it again.
That's all it took.
We never did
That's
it
all
again.
it took.
We didn't do no alternate uniforms. Away,
Well, they're
we
not
gonna have
doing.
your
They're not
white
doing.
and
Alternate,
red.
they're not doing alternate this year, right? Isn't that what Matt Rule said, or am I wrong?
That would be good to me. That would be music to my ears. They don't
But
need
that's
to.
money. That's money.
It is.
It's
but
a lot of money in this day and age. For you to be able to generate more cash in any way, shape, or form, in a legitimate sense, that an alternate. Then the question becomes:
they don't need money, DP.
They really do.
No, they don't.
They really do.
Not according to the numbers.
Okay, whose numbers you talking about?
Whatever the influx is in the athletic department that has extra cash.
They are going to raise tuition immediately.
You know what today is?
Because they so flush with cash.
Well, but that's as a university, though, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But not as an athletic department.
Look, if 1890 sold jerseys,
I think it would be hot. But I think there's also a distraction from the players when they be looking forward to wearing the all pink, the highlighted pink with the red and all that type of stuff.
Who wants to wear that? What's that?
Can I say this?
Cancer awareness.
Can I say this? I've been known to give away $1 million ideas on air. I'm going to give one right now. I'm just going to do this. 1890, dear friends, my friends, y'all, we family. If y'all sold the former players jerseys for them, you would make so much money for NIL.
But that would mean they'd be making money for us too. I don't know. Did I say
How about that?
Dang.
How about that?
I said my thoughts out loud, DP. I didn't mean to do that.
Just think of every alumni player in
Kick
every sport. If 1890 took the charge and made custom jerseys for the players, how much money would show up in the NIL pool?
To me, it
I'm
would be
just saying.
unlimited.
I'm
Because
just
you
saying.
always got players coming in and out, it wouldn't stop. So
it would never end. What if 1890 decided they were going to sell custom bobbleheads?
Custom bobbleheads.
You
can't give up my $1 million idea.
You
gave me that $1 million idea.
I'm just saying. No, I want
people.
people to do well. Like, I just want y'all to do well and give people what they want. Give the people what they want. They want these throwback jerseys. Go back and get me those mesh midriff jerseys. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, 1890, go make some money.
Yeah, well, again, I think that's too easy to do something like that. And I think the former players who, to me, is your biggest recruiters outside of the people that you pay to recruit.
No, they're better than the people you pay to recruit.
100%. Right? Outside of that, we know we're to the ground. We're the ears in the streets in every single community in the United States of America.
I'm just pointing out to me that there's money to be made. 1890 could do extraordinarily well in setting up former players. You could set up scholarship funds for all the players and say, you know what, as many jerseys as we sell, we will feature Eric Crouch this week, and X number of dollars from the jersey sales will go to this scholarship fund, or to the next quarterback, or to the next volleyball player, or to the next softball player, or to the next baseball player. And I'm just saying, if be specific, more money. But that's just me. That's just me.
I owe Terrell Farley apologize before you go, Farley, because I owe you an apology because, I got a couple of friends who tell me that at the University of Alabama, if you graduate, that your kids go to school free. Now, how are they able to put that into – how is that happening? Somebody's doing that, right? In order to say, Rashawn Jackson, thank you for your service at Nebraska. I think you had the letter. I think that was the stipulations. You had the letter. And if you letter and graduated, your kids could go to university free of charge.
There are, according to what I'm told, some Ivy Leagues that offer scholarship for legacy.
Wow.
Just what I heard. It's what I heard.
To me, that's just a way you can make.
Well, but also remember that tuition for college at the level that we're doing it now is relatively new. It's 40 years old. College was relatively cheap back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. So generationally, you didn't have to really work that hard at getting enough money for college. It was very specific about who got in and who received it. I mean, I think $100 credit hours back in 1980 for the state of Virginia. It was something crazy. I think it cost me $1,200 that was $1,200 in the 80s. Still money I didn't have, but it was still a thing. So all of it new, and as it evolves, then it just requires some independent thought about how you're going to add revenue, how you're going to add resources, and keep it moving. There's a way to get this done. Nebraska has the opportunity.
Right. When you think about,
those Farley jerseys, listen, Farley, if there were black shirt jerseys, red or black shirt jersey with the 43 on it, you would love that.
They had them.
And what happened?
They sold them during my senior year.
How much money you make?
I didn't make anything, but they had little kids with 43 jerseys.
You need to find somebody with a picture of that.
Well, I know a guy who made his own jersey.
Farley, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, Mr. All-American.
I've been gone for.
You a Hall of Famer, bro.
Hall of Famer.
You a Hall of Famer. Imagine if you sold Nebraska Hall of Fame jerseys.
Ooh, that'd be nice. Hey, you the Jersey King.
I'm
you the Jersey King.
No,
you're the Jersey King.
Hey, hold on. I used to be the Jersey
You still
King.
the Jersey King.
Oh, Bill and Bennett, this is gold. But this is exactly my point. Bill and Bennett asked the question on the text line. He says, I wonder how much a Tony Davis tearaway jersey would sell for today. Somewhere in the same vicinity as a tearaway Jerry Taggy. And I think they could sell the Taggy jersey torn, pre-torn like blue jeans. Mm-hmm. You could sell Taggy tearaway jerseys and just rip it up. Like, it would just be crazy. I'm just saying.
Here's what I will say. DP, for whatever reason, does like to spread the Christmas gift of $1 million ideas around to people. There's been I'm serious. There's a couple things that you've said that I picked up off the ground and run with it, and it's been great for me and my immediate family.
Well, I'm turning you into an author, into a writer. So there's that.
Oh,
there's that.
I was thinking, it almost brought me to tears, man. I was like, did I write this?
No, but you have to understand what we're capable of versus what we think we're capable of. Sometimes you just have to invite people. The idea of a sports radio station and a coffee shop makes no sense to anybody but the person who sees it. Makes sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Nebraska has opportunity. That's part of why we're here. Nebraska has opportunity. But Nebraska also has blind spots to what is good for Nebraska. People who have been here do what has always been done because that's what's always been done. That's not always the best or most productive way of doing it.
Yes.
Right? That I can help them recruit if you want me to. If you don't want me to help them recruit, okay, cool. Get what you got. If you want something different, let a brother know.
Yeah, but at what point do you say, okay, you haven't asked me in 10 years, I'm done, even if you do? Or do you always wait?
I'm still in business
and hope that they'll ask you.
Well, no, I'm on God's time. I'm not on Nebraska time or nobody else's time. If you believe in a thing and you say, listen, my time, we say he may not come when you want him, but he always
on time.
Always on time. So I work from that I didn't plan on buying a radio station. I didn't even plan on owning a radio station or managing a radio station. I planned on doing radio for 2 hours a day or to retire. This all happens because the universe had a whole different plan. Okay, cool. While we're here, hoping for the best for Nebraska, we get to continually say, you know what? I think it would be a really good idea to have the captain of the championship team on air every day. I think, you know what? It's also a good idea having a black shirt, one of the most elite, unique athletes to ever play football at Nebraska, to have him tell some stories. Hey, does this guy have stories to tell? Absolutely. Hey, what about maybe the most important basketball player to come out of the state of Nebraska? Give him you know what? Let's have the second generation, daddy should be a Hall of Famer, Husker Hall of Famer. Maybe this dude has something to say. We're here trying to make it better because it deserves to be better. Like, we want Nebraska fans happy, right? So we sit here every day and we try to figure out what's going to make Nebraska football better. That's all we doing. We at the barbershop. We just got microphones on.
Have we figured it out?
Barbershop on air.
Hey,
yeah, we figured it out.
100%. 100%. We figured it out, but it ain't for us to figure out.
There you go. Hey, that ain't our fight. Not unless they offer you to the fight, but that's just not our fight. I just hate to see us in the condition, and I hope that Coach Rule and crew are really paying attention to what's going on, and that, hey, taking away those uniforms is taking away a distraction that could have been a distraction for so long, because these guys in those uniforms, how they were when they had those uniforms the last few years.
Take some phones.
Exactly.
Taking away money.
Exactly. I get it, but I think you make more money when you win more games.
100%.
Let's win some more games, and I think they'll get all the beautiful
Put the first thing first.
They want.
Put the first thing first.
All right, we are live at Blur Tailgate, 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Captain Show, fastest 2 hours on radio.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers, as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Now's the best time to lock in early order savings on a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the latest technology, including Exact Emerge high-speed planters that help you cover more acres with greater precision and productivity. Order your planter for next year now to unlock the biggest savings of the season. Contact your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
If you're working in your yard, remember never to place landscaping structures and fences too close to above-ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit les.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Your Nebraska Lottery announces the 2025 NASCAR Powerball Playoff. And it's a great way to get on track for a chance to win $1,000. From May 27th to June 23rd, buy $2 of Powerball, enter the voucher number online, and you could be one of 20 winners of $1,000 and a chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Championship weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Roar into any Nebraska Lottery retailer and buy $2 of Powerball today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service. But it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free. So visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break.
So you're getting coffeed up at the mill?
Yeah, so I walk over to people.
Would you be willing to come on every day? Is there something that you'd be able to do?
You know what? Actually, I got a lot of things to say.
If you please every Friday, at least before a game, Coach, we'd love to have you. It'd be a riot.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Live from the Blur Tailgate at the Hilton Omaha. We're here till 6 o'clock. Doors open at 10:30 today, close at midnight. It will be an extravaganza as it gets better. Get down here. Come party with us at the corner of 12th and Cass. Can't miss the big white tent for the Blur parties. This is the 13th annual tailgate. All-exclusive bar and buffet. 18 TVs to show live baseball games, multiple seating options, including a hammock. We're watching Louisville take on Oregon State. Louisville winning 1-0. Anybody's game right now. Nobody can say that they got this game under the bag. Definitely not Louisville. One hit, it could change the game in a heartbeat.
This is one of those afternoons, scheduled slightly off. You had a late first pitch because of the continuation of last night's rainout game or suspended game. The schedules are slightly off, so some of the mechanics are off. Some of your routine is off. The crowd has been interesting because instead of the normal 4 teams, you get 6 teams. And the fan bases that are hanging out, some folks had to keep them digital tickets from last night to get in, to go over and do their thing. A lot of the folks who had Blur passes yesterday crossed over and got to come back today, and some folks who didn't. They're expecting the biggest day today. So it's going to be a night here. If you're looking to just enjoy the environment, come by Blur. I'm impressed by the food. I actually thought, to put on this amount of meals and to do it well, in a buffet style, they handle it well. Great seating, fans, and you could actually feel the breeze roll through here. So it's not as brutal today as it was over the last couple of days. So not bad.
Double cheeseburger has been on my menu, on my plate every day.
I don't know how you do it.
I do because
I would go to sleep. The itis would be real.
It's good.
It's absolutely good.
And I haven't been eating a lot of meat.
Yeah.
So I'm eating this burger like, it's like a steak. So the food is good.
Farley has a full plate every day. I'm amazed that he doesn't just go to sleep.
I have to lose weight, DP. I kind of figured it out the last couple of days. I had my shirt off walking outside, and a young man I know said, "Terrell, you're getting big." I said, that's all it takes for me personally. I weigh 200. What I weighed the other day?
208.
208. That's like 12 pounds more than I usually weigh.
You hold it well, though.
You want me to feel sorry for you?
Why did I say that?
You want pity?
Yeah. He wants you to cry with him for 208.
Sit your XL shirt wearing butt down.
XL, he a medium.
What are you talking about?
Coming from the guy who knows the West.
Right. It's like,
DP, boy, I tell you what, I'm doing a bad job this year, DP.
What you want from me?
208
What
pounds.
you want from me? You want me to feel sorry for you?
That's too much weight. I feel bloated.
And he said it with a straight face. It was like, wait a minute. Look, man, he wearing shirts the same size as my high school, and he talking about he feel bad, and then hey, the whole look. We've been here 3 days. Farley has had plate capital P, capital L, capital A, capital T, capital E, capital S, exclamation point.
You have to fill your plate up. You don't leave any room on your plate.
Plates, sir. He has had plates, and I get sleepy looking at him eat. You stop it. You stop it.
He said, I'm so ashamed of myself. I've got so big. I've gained about 200. How much do I weigh? Oh, yeah, 208 pounds.
I ain't been 2-0 in a. You talking about?
It said in the media guide you was 215.
Oh,
now
man.
205.
Whatever.
It says 205.
Sit your oversized cornerback self down.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, another World Series news. The feel-good story for me is Murray State. The unknown team comes out and plays at Omaha. Yesterday at the press conference, they took their name tags at the press conference. It's just one of those things that a team that, might lose a lot of their players, might get better. It's just one of those good stories when you hear a team that plays in front of a crowd of 800 people. They mow their own grass. They cover their own field. Coaches probably make 10 times more than their coach make, and they took their nameplates.
What do you mean they took them?
Well, you get because for the lockers,
they get to keep them.
Yeah.
Because they slide out because the locker rooms change from game to game.
Yeah.
And it is I have from championship seasons, I have locker plates.
Yeah.
Because it's a thing that you can look at them and you go to different places. I remember ours from beating the Long Beach Jam, and you just go, yeah, like just to look at it and go, I like this. This is the moment. So let them have their moment. Take everything.
Yeah.
Take the cleats, take the shirts. Plus, they got a small swag bag. Well, they got a swag bag. Hey, listen, on cut day when the Turks show up, listen, be there early. Farley, this is when you know, look, I need to be there early.
They don't give you a chance to be there early.
Hey, listen, that's why you playing the day before. That's why. See, this is how I can tell you. If you've been cut from a couple of camps, that first one, okay, you surprised me, right? You got me. The second one,
the first one stinks.
The first one,
the first was garbage. They didn't do people like that,
right? Because you get the false hope that I'm getting my Cinderella moment. He gonna call me and tell me, "We love the way you work, son.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the team, and you get to celebrate." You know, except the Turk don't care.
Yeah, you got 30 minutes to catch a flight.
No, how they got me at Seattle? It's the cut man. He the ugliest dude in the organization too. So he come in and he catch you slipping when you ain't supposed to be up there. I walk around the corner and he's like, "Hey, Rashawn, hey, go grab your playbook. Coach wants to see you."
Bro, I was having a Gatorade.
I was having a Gatorade. Oh, and then let me tell you how they do it. So I go upstairs to go see who I can't stand, Coach Erickson of all people.
Yeah.
And he gives me this whole to-die about why I fell off and you didn't make it. Instead of just telling me we're gonna go with Michael Black, who played for Washington State.
Yeah,
it's just a deal. It's just nothing personal. I get back to my locker. This is 15 minutes.
Clean.
He asked me where I wanted to fly to. I can fly to anywhere in the United States. I get to my locker. It's gone.
Somebody else's name already up there.
No.
It's empty. It's black. It's black.
It's empty, buddy.
It's black.
All of my gear.
Hey, except for the tape you cut off your ankles yesterday,
or the stuff, or the stuff that's your personal stuff.
Yeah, you know.
So when I got cut at Seattle, I played that a little different.
Well, for me, mine was different. I got cut at Green Bay after practice. They told me, okay, we got a lot of guys hurt, so we're gonna go in another direction. We brought another guy in. And I go to the locker room, and it's Terry McDaniel from the Raiders. His stuff is already in my locker.
They needed somebody that can play
That's
now.
cold-blooded.
Yeah.
That's cold-blooded, though.
Yeah,
So they
that
flew
is
me.
dope.
They said you can fly. Hey, the best thing about it, they flew me first class.
Well,
Where
at
you
least they
fly
flew
to
you.
first
Fly
class?
to Atlanta with about 8 drinks in me.
Yeah,
wanted to
but
cry.
that-
My dad said, "It's not the end of the world." I said, "I feel like I want to jump off a bridge, Daddy." He said, "It's not the end of the world." 4 days later, I was on my way to Canada.
There you go.
But that was usually so. My place in it, especially in Washington, was that I had the sports bar, and it was one that was connected to the Redskins.
Yeah.
So we would all summer long, all training camp long, we would do these parties where the young players, the draftees and the rookies, would be the guest bartender, and they'd come hang out.
Oh, that'd
and
be
they become
sweet.
They become popular. They get some extra cash in the pocket, sign some autographs, take pictures. But come cut day, that last few days of cut day, they wasn't so happy, right? So where do you go? You go where you're known. You go where you feel comfortable. They come in my bar, and I'm telling you, many a player, they got the phone call while they were sitting at the bar.
Dang.
They got the phone call sitting at the bar, and I'm like, don't get up. Don't get up. Don't get up. I'm going to show you how this works. I'm gonna put a burger in front of you. I'm going to put a beer in front of you. We're going to sit here and talk this out. We're going to let one of these locals up here pat you on the back, and then you're going to go get a good night's sleep, and then they will call you again in the morning.
Dang.
And your next job will be in the morning.
Dang.
Right? And it happened. I mean, I can rattle off the list of guys. Keenan McCardle, when he came through before he got big, that cut day, Turk got him. Turk got him. Matt Elliott, who was Mr. Irrelevant, who ended up playing 7 years in the league. Frank Wycheck, when he was in Washington, he got cut. That day, me and him, it was a beer ball.
What about Larry Sellers?
Sellers,
he was there a long time.
Yeah, but his lady wasn't gonna let him power. Yeah. His lady was a businesswoman. She was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Like she had a plan, and it was. But that Craig McEwen, who was the last cut, ended up being on the Super Bowl championship team. Those are my guys.
Hey, wait! If you tell me you know this guy, I'm gonna be so upset with myself that I didn't ask you this for all these years. The great Sean Springs.
Yes.
That was one of my best buddies at Seattle.
Yeah, no, he did a ton of work because he's a DC kid. He was a spring guard. and still his company was in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I would imagine. And his son is now on TV there at it's Comcast cable now. It was Home Team Sports. So yeah, he's there. The family's still there. They still do a lot with the local high school training programs there. Yeah, he's been at it.
Nightcrawler.
We were still upset that he going to Ohio State. You sure? You sure about that? But that was DC.
Best place for him.
Well, Ohio State had a big DC connection, and it goes all the way back to Woody Hayes. And I don't know if you remember, but he was one of the first Big Ten black starting quarterbacks.
100%.
Cornelius Green.
Yes.
So Corny Green came from DC. They did a great job recruiting him, and that just literally opened the door for black quarterbacks to go to Ohio State.
I got another one I got another DC quarterback for you that we need to find.
Yeah.
It's a great friend of mine. I've been trying to find him for years now, but I haven't. Marvin Graves.
Graves is still around. He was doing some stuff with Syracuse.
Really?
Yeah, he was doing stuff with Syracuse. He and he was in the party with Donovan McNabb because they were all Syracuse guys who ran the circuit. Art Monk is kind of the overseer for all the Syracuse to DC folks. So yeah, there's a huge collection of folks who went DC Syracuse.
Well, people don't know this, but it was Marvin Graves before there was a Donovan McNabb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Marvin Graves came before even an Allen Iverson, a Michael Vick. Marvin Graves was the premier at that time.
Iverson might have been first.
No. Allen Iverson is the same year I am, 1993.
Okay.
Marvin Graves is a couple years older because we,
Iverson's 52, Graves is 55?
Somewhere in there. Iverson seems like he would be 50. Is he 52?
I
thought we were in the same. Yeah, we all the same. 93, right? It's all of us 93.
Iverson's 50. Iverson's 50. So he is younger.
So I bet you Marvin Graves 52, 53.
Yeah.
I played with Graves overseas. Kansas City allocated us over there together.
Yeah, he went to Archbishop Carroll in DC.
Yes.
And they had a group of guys like that. There was a movement, but that's how. So as we talk about Nebraska and Omaha and Lincoln and not being able to get folks, Maryland had the same problem in losing folks to Syracuse and Penn State, and it became a thing because when Marvin and that crew all went, you couldn't start the train. You couldn't stop the train.
That's right.
It never stopped. It never stopped, even to this day.
Wow.
Yep.
Dang, I didn't even think about that, DP. I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah, they're around.
We got to find Marvin Graves.
No, they're around.
Some of the stories that he got is amazing.
Well, all right, 93.7 The Ticket. We are at the Blur Parties. We'll be right back.
Your Nebraska Lottery announces the 2025 NASCAR Powerball Playoff. And it's a great way to get on track for a chance to win $1,000. From May 27th to June 23rd, buy $2 of Powerball, enter the voucher number online, and you could be one of 20 winners of $1,000 and a chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Championship weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Roar into any Nebraska Lottery retailer and buy $2 of Powerball today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com. Country music star Rodney Atkins will be performing at the Icebox on Friday, June 20th. Tickets start at $30 and doors open at 7 p.m. The capacity is only 3,000, so don't wait. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com today before it sells out.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
RC's Boxing presents this Saturday at the Complex amateur fights with a little bare knuckle bite. Some of Nebraska's best amateur boxing, along with a professional bare-knuckle bout between Jack Lawless Frericks and Jake Palmer, and a kickboxing bout between Demorio Dennis and Eric Murray Jr. Go get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream this event as well. Doors open at 6 p.m. and first bout is at 7 p.m. this Saturday at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
Now's the best time to lock in early order savings on a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plan for success with the latest technology, including Exact Emerge high-speed planters that help you cover more acres with greater precision and productivity. Order your planter for next year now to unlock the biggest savings of the season. Contact your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone and Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln with more exciting news for area car buyers.
Charlie, it's just announced that Honda of Lincoln has won 3 of the Lincoln Journal-Star's Lincoln Choice Awards: Best New Car Dealer, Best Auto Repair, and Best Place to Get Your Oil Changed.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Anything else?
Yes, we were runner-up for Best Pre-Owned Dealer and Best Tire Dealer. A lot of people don't understand that we do sell tires here.
Very exciting, Andy. Why do you think your dealership is winning so many awards?
Charlie, we simply say it's the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business.
Looks like Honda of Lincoln is the great news headquarters for Lincoln.
Yes, and even all of Nebraska, we are also announcing that Honda of Lincoln's the only dealer in the state of Nebraska to win the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2024.
Honda of Lincoln, Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Uh-oh, we are back. 93.7 The Ticket. What was that all about, Terrell?
I like to give Jake a slap on the butt every once in a while. Shows your competitive side.
All right.
You should be used to that.
Now, fast. You going back to our Kansas game?
Yeah.
We ain't telling that story again.
Yeah, we're not going to tell that.
You ready to get me out there with my pants down. So we are still out here, tailgate, Blur, and Louisville still up 1-0. Trying to threaten in this inning to go up 2-0, but we'll see what happens in that.
Keep that foot on that base. They got a new baseball challenge, DP. You heard about it? It's the 9-9-9. 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, 9 innings. So I guess that's every inning you got to eat a hot dog and a beer.
We did the beer part. We did the beer part back in college, well, post-college, because I got family listening. Because they never thought the boy was doing that sort of thing. But yeah, post-college, we would go anytime you go to a baseball game. So what we would do is we would give the beer vendor, the guy who's hawking beer, we'd give him $20, and we'd say, "Here's a 2-run bomb, 3-0."
Told you.
B1 3-0 Louisville. We would tell the vendor, here's a $20 tip, and then here's the deal. At the halfway point of every inning, you need to deliver how many ever beers to the group. So if we had 6 people, bring us 6 beer. We pay for it, take the rest as tip. Do this the entire game. The rule was the last person to finish the beer in that group of 6
had to buy another.
Had to buy the next round. Now, there was you never knew with baseball, you never knew when the inning was going to end. So it would behoove you to finish the beer early, chug it, and then just chill. But some people would like to pace, and of course, 2 outs, and all of a sudden they want to chug the beer and make sure you weren't last. But then you still had to be not last in chugging the beer. And you would do that for 9 innings. Of course, there was chaos. There's no drive to the gap. One hop, ground rule double. Louisville's got it going. And so we would do that. We also did it at wrestling matches. We go to pro wrestling matches, and we do the same thing. Beginning of each match, you give the beer guy $20 tip, tell him to bring how many beers, line them up, and then whoever finished the beer last had to buy the next round.
Sound like penny pitcher night.
Sound like it was a whole bunch of drunk people night. By the end of the night, 9. Yeah. He didn't say anything about the hot dogs. What was the other thing you said? You said it was 3 things, right?
9 innings, 9 beers, 9 hot dogs.
Okay, yeah. Well, he didn't say anything about the hot dogs to soak up the beer. He said 9 beers. You're going to be, depending on how it goes, you'll be drunk.
And we would always, of course, we were safe drivers, so we would get on the Metro. You get on the DC Metro and get home laughing all the way. The first man out, beer chug fest, it happened. It happened.
All right, we got a couple of minutes left, VJ. Game 5 last night, OKC, Indiana.
Say, man, when you have a guy that you didn't plan on hit you for 40 points, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not. You did not plan on Mr. Williams scoring 40 points.
Layups.
Yeah,
3-pointers.
Inside. No, 3-point play and ones. You didn't plan for that. And how can you overcome that?
Well, here's the thing. Be careful reading scouting reports, because there was a report offered after game 4 that Williams dribbled 5.8 times per touch. And so, 5.8, which was second most in the NBA for the whole year. That's a lot, right? Well, guess what? Mr. Williams got the same report. So guess what? Pump fake one dribble go by. All of a sudden, it's I'm always fascinated about that sort of thing. Like just go play basketball.
Right.
You start playing the analytics instead of playing the man. Guess how that's going to go? 40. That's how it's going to go. 40 points.
All right, Shane Gitz, SGA has passed. He has passed.
How did you
Michael
say his
Jordan,
name just now?
SGA.
Okay, you said a thing. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Farley. What did you say?
SGA.
SGA. There we go. I know who you mean.
SGA has passed LeBron and Michael Jordan for the most 30 points, 5 assists game in a single playoff run in NBA history.
And it don't mean nothing if he don't finish.
It don't mean
nothing. I like I said, I like OKC to win it in 6. I think they go to Indiana, close this thing out, and take it home.
Well, and you might be right. The ticker's been saying that Halliburton is hurt. He might have a calf strain. If that's the case,
his feelings hurt.
Well, look at the guy.
His feelings hurt.
It's over.
You should
When
have
your jumper don't go down.
You left the guy in there that took his place. That guy was doing good.
Yeah,
15 points in the third quarter.
Farley, who was your backup in the basket?
Yeah.
All right. Who's
Never mind.
Ah!
Never mind.
It was Jake Foreman.
I'm sure he made some tackles.
Was it Jake Foreman?
No.
That wasn't your backup.
I'm sure he made some tackles.
Who was your backup? EJ?
Terwilliger.
Yeah, he is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
he is not in the Hall of Fame.
But he wasn't you.
6'5", 220.
He is not the same.
He wasn't you.
4'8".
Let's end the show already.
All right.
Hey, that was quick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, leave Twiggler alone.
Yeah.
Twiggler.
I like Twig.
I like Twigs too.
Yeah.
Love
There's
Twigs.
one thing about the guys
But
at
DP
Nebraska.
made a point, though.
Yeah. It's one
Who's
thing
your
about
backup? Matter of fact, you took his position, so you can't throw him as the backup, DP. Who was y'all's backup? Because y'all both had a black shirt.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Backup to the backup.
You don't know who the yellow shirt was.
Who was the yellow shirt?
He has no idea.
He wasn't a black shirt. He was a yellow shirt.
Well, me for the first 2 games my senior year.
Yeah, well, that's your fault.
But I got it back.
There we go.
He was out of here.
93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Captain Show. The fastest 2 hours in radio is done, and now Louisville is kicking butt on going to the 4th inning. We are live at Blurred Tailgate Party. Come down and check us out. 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar.